birthday, Cappy, tonight. I did put the link up there. All you gotta do is hit that link and head on in. Let's see if I can find DK. Oops, there we go. DK for the second time tonight. Let me make his footsteps match. Scroll on down. And where did I miss him? I missed you, DK. There he is. There you go. It's just in time. Let me put that iPad up there for you and find out what this thing is. Alright, so let's get that map up there for tonight's second match of Region 8 Friday Night Cash Scrims. We are coming in from just to the east of the Al-Azhar area, just to the north side of the armpit right there. There's the shoulder, there's the armpit, there's the waist, there's the honey. Ever since somebody showed me that whole body right there, I cannot not see it anymore. We're going over the top of Al-Azhar to the north of truck stop by the Hacienda del Patron San Martin, to the north of power grid, just to the south of El Pozo, and we are dumping off in this western wasteland, so we may have some AFKs over on that western side, so we'll have to see. But in this beginning of the flight path, you can see that we've already got, what's that, Manic or Maiden Nepal? It is Manic headed up towards that Terra Branca Camp Militar area, but they're right there with the Sinners, and we also have the rookies, the underrated rookies down in Al-Azhar. Let's see, where did you go? All right, so we do have X-Force headed up towards that La Cabarilla area, but look at San Martin. I cannot figure out where we are tonight, guys. I cannot figure it out. I am tired. Alright, so we do have Team 12 on here. Team 12, Rage Bait. Let's check it on Gio. Gio Money with his little swimmy. He does have this pump action. Last night I got to see him go 1, 2, 3 and put out a that fast. And we're right over here with the Dark Side Knights and Jamal's team straight across. Wiro just got one from another team as well. It was Jamal's team, so we got Jamal's team down one, Dark Side Knights, and we do have Not Esports over here as well. So we do have several of these teams. Gio Money, what you doing? Gio only with a level 1 vest, and I think he's waiting for Dark Side Knights to actually come out and push across. So while we watch Gio Money, let me go ahead and check on the map down here. We got straight out of Nepal over in the Impala area, and not too far away in that northern Impala mining town, we've got Vengeance, and it does look like they are starting to push up into Impala. Now, our zone is all the way over to this western area. What is happening all the way over here? Ooh, right when I checked. So now, Made in Nepal coming right up and in onto Velocity. Velocity's over here. Nuxify, is that you? Joy Boy is down here. They come out and around trying to, oh, Fury going down. So now, Made in Nepal down to Wagwan. Wagwan just getting out of there. So Wagwan way already down in the zone. So let's see what is going on over here. Let's get a sky view of what's happening with our San Martin area. So Dark Side Knights over to that north side, taking up quite a bit of real estate on this north side. We do have Jamal's team over in the bricks across the street from Rage Bait. Rage Bait pushed up and over and took over. Ooh, look at that. We even have Team 8 all the way at the top. That is not. So they're at the Radio Tower Hill looking over the top of San Martin. So there you go. There's where everyone is. I think that's all the players in here. Oh, look at this. Team 8 moving all the way around South Tower Hill to get away from all this chaos over here in San Martin. That's not what I meant to hit. So let's see what else is going on. And it does look like one of them. Oh, Kashi. You're going to have to be careful because you might get seen over here by not esports on that rotation. So let me go ahead and put that map back up there. And I'll scroll on out just a little bit. And then I'll put the map up because it's a good time for you guys to figure out where your teams are. We are spread all the way across this Miramar map. And we are right over here on Geo Money. Let's see what Jan can see. Oh, right when I switched over. Does find one on the roof of Bill's over in San Martin. So I think that was weird. Hello everyone and happy Friday night. Here we are. We are finally at the weekend. Kayla, let's go X-Force. All right, Kayla. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Region 8 Friday Night Cash Scrims. Oh, we've got a beautiful lobby tonight. We already have Kayla calling out for one of our PMSL teams. They are going to PMSL in just a few more weeks. But let's get through these rosters. In slot 3, we have Kalsa Raj Esports. Slot 4, Team Exotic. In slot 5 are the Phonetics. In slot 6, End Game Rejects. Is that still? It doesn't look like they're... No, they've changed to the Finest. Alright, so in slot 6 we have the Finest. Glad I did that. A good thing I noticed those tags. In slot 7, Strive Esports. Let me check. Yes, slot 8 is Just No. So I think these guys are supposed to be here. I'm not the only one having problems with slots. In slot 9 are the Dark Side Knights. Let's go. In slot 10 we have Pravda Esports. In slot 11 we have Space Esports. In slot 12, Zero Fox Given. Slot 13, Jamal's team. In 14, we have the Ice Elves. Yes, we do. Slot 15, one of our PMSL teams going to Brazil in just under 3 weeks. I think it's less than 3 weeks now. Straight out of Nepal. Woo! In slot 16, Manic. In slot 17, we've got Zoo Esports. In slot 18, Almost There. In slot 19, our second BMSL team going to Brazil, X-Force. There they are, Kayla. There's your team. In slot 20, we have Team Zero Mercy. Slot 21 are the Golden Fire. I still don't know if I'm saying it right, but let's go with it. They've never said I was wrong, so I'm going with it. In slot 22, we have V8 Esports. In slot 23, Made in Nepal. In slot 24 are these Celebrity Killers. There they are. Alright, so there are your teams. We have a very packed house. We are missing slot 8. Slot 8 is Just No. And I think they were in slot 7, so they're probably waiting to let them come back in now that they've been kicked out and have to wait the 2 minutes. Geisra, hello. Hello, Geisra. How are you tonight? How are you? All right, so, oh, they're coming in, guys. Yeah, they were in the wrong seats. We are almost ready. I think there they are. They are all in there. We are missing one from Team 10, which are Pravda Esports. Oh, and we're missing one from Straight Out of Nepal. He was just there. I don't know where he went. Oh, and we lost one. Ooh, we're missing some. So let's go ahead and put this iPad up. There we go. And we will jump with X-Force because Foxy never told me. I think Foxy wants to see. She was the first one here, and I think she wants to watch Ifwick, but I'm not sure. I want to make sure. So we will go ahead and jump with X-Force. So let's see. Who's on X-Force tonight? Where were they? They are down in slot 19, right there in front of me. Let me start off the night with some Claus, Jean-Claude Van Damme. We all love the Klaus. All right, let's get on down to DK. There he is. All right, so the footsteps should match, hopefully. I did a lot today on my OBS, and I'm hoping now that it'll stop ringing in my ear every 30 seconds and the sounds won't be off so much. So let's hope that it had something done right. All right, here we go. Our first flight path up for tonight. We are coming in from the middle of Milta Power Peninsula, going over the southern end of the peninsula, going over the East Bridge gas station, the West Bridge gas station, to the north of Ferry Pier and Primorse. So any one of the AFKs will be free points, and I think X-Force usually jumps down in Primorsk. Every time I say that, they pick a different spot. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like the Golden Fire and another team. Let's see. Oh, the Finest are jumping over towards that Milta Power. And I see another team there, too. Who is that? I think that might be Team 4, Team Exotic. They're all clustered right at the end of Milta Power Peninsula, headed towards Lipovka. So there's 3 or 4 teams right there. And we do have several headed up towards the OP dip. I see, let's see, the Celebrity Killers, Manic, and who is this? Team 10, Pravda Esports. So it does look like this X-Force is going to be very busy. If you look at their mini map, you can see there are several teams jumping down to the Primorsk area. We have Space, we have the Ice Elves, we have X-Force, and V8 all coming right on down. So we'll stay here for just a minute, but we will keep an eye on the iPad to see where everyone's going. And look at Claus. He's like, where did all these teams come from? Alright, so let's see if they can get on out of Primorsk area. And let's, oh, I think we're having a military base island, so we're going to have to get, look at all the chaos. The Pacific Coast Highway, look at this. We've got Zoo, we've got Almost There, we've got, this is Team 7, Stribe Era. They are all right over there. So what else is going on? We've got Zero Fox Given, the only team in Pachinki. We got some teams headed over to the school. We got Team 3 over there, Kelsa Raj, and we also have the Dark Side Knights. Foxy, if you're there, Dark Side Knights are up in school proper. Alright, what else is going on? We got some chaos going on everywhere. We got what is happening over here. Celebrity killers right here. And I think this is Manic. Yes, this is Manic taking out the celebrity killers. And Manic, all 4 of them made it. So there's that. Let's get on over here. So the rest of the map, I think we're pretty separated out. Let's see what's going on. So Caddy's already got an elimination over here. I didn't see who that was because I was looking at the iPad, but let me get into this match. How are you, cutie? I am good, my beautiful twin. How are you? So we still have the ice elves over here, and we're missing one D8. And ooh, DK coming on in. Alright, let's get a sky view. Let's see what's going on because I'm having a hard time figuring out where they hear the footsteps from over here. So we've got over here, we've got V8 in a fight with the ice elves, and all 3 of V8 came right up into that building against the solo from the ice elves. Looks like all 4 of them are doing really well for X-Force, but the real fight is over in this northeast side of Primorsk. Looks like Goku and Sam may have some issues. We do still have 3 of them from V8 and 4 of them from X-Force over here. And let's see, how far up do I have to go to get all these teams in here? I'm not exactly sure. But we got another fight. Manic in another fight. I just saw Manic in another one. Let's see what's going on over here now. Manic ran into Team 10, Pravda Esports. Zayn down, Hod out. Oh, Vortex trying to come right up and in onto this, and I think they were down inside. So let's check in on Dolphin. Oh, Dolphin, and it looks like he's coming down. He does have one knocked right on this backside, and ooh, he almost got a little bit too close there. So let's see if we can see what's happening. They are right on in here. They're just hiding behind these crates, and we do have Manic on the other side. Manic trying to come on in. Straight out of Nepal is now in a fight. Ooh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Oh, yeah, he did it. All right, so let's see what else is going on. It looks like Zero Mercy over here was straight out of Nepal. Let's go. Let's find out what's happening with our PMSL team over here in Milta. It does look like they're over here with Zero Mercy. And Zero Mercy, I only see a duo. Yeah, they've already taken out 2 of them. And Blaze BG. Oh, I see another team somewhere off in this distance. And that is Team Exotic. I'm not sure where. Alright, get off there. There we go. So Team Exotic looks like they're leaving on out of there. Looks like they headed over towards the bridge, but I think we did lose one of them from straight out of Nepal. Let's see. No, they came in as a trio, but Blaze BT blazing the way. That's no lie. He is always ready for a fight. All right, let's see what's going on with Caddy over here. Caddy. And they're still pulling up over onto Team 14, the Ice Elves. So we do still have a fight going on over here. So let's see if there's any other fights. I'm not sure if there's any other fights going on at the moment. We do have a lot of teams coming down onto the military base already. We got Team Exotic already on the base. We might have a fight right on over here. It looks like Space coming right up and in onto another team. Oh, look at this. We got No over here. Oh, so now let's go. We got 2 of them knocked, and I think Manny's trying. Oh, Manny just got knocked. So now No Cover over here trying to get this 1v3. And look at that. Caddy up to 4 eliminations. There were so many teams over here. And all four of them from X-Force are still in this. And I think, oh, No Cover. No Cover has no cover over here. is out in the open. Let's see if he can take on the 1v3. He does get one of them knocked. And let's see, is X-Force the only one? Yes, they cleared out Primorse. So let's get on over here. It was too late. So let me go ahead and put the map up here for you guys so you can see the rotations as they're coming on down. You can see that the blue zone is already on them. Let me put that iPad up there. Let's see if it's any better today. Maybe we'll be able to switch screens easily. Oh, I see another possible fight over here, though. It does look like the finest are coming right up over here on top of the golden fire. So now we got Luffy. Luffy's over here trying to get those eyes down onto Team 21, which, yes, they are the golden fire. So what is he doing? I'm not sure. I don't think he wants to give his position away. Just wanted to make sure because I think he may be conserving ammo too, because he doesn't really have a lot of ammo in this rotation. But they do need to rotate down to military base, and you know that military base is already going to have all sorts of chaos trying to get onto the base. So let me go ahead and put this back up because I think this fight, no, maybe not. So it does look like Ankit over here may have some issues. He's down to about 5 HP. He does have tofu. Is that what that says? Let's see. Tofu. Tofu does have an issue over here. He's got two of them on top of him from the finest on the backside. Alright, so it does look like Luffy was able to get one of them from the fighter. So now, let's see, Tofu and Mirai, the last two still standing for the golden fires. So now Mirai trying to throw these nades up and over, also trying to dance over here with another team, the finest on the backside in the 1v1 over here. Let's see. Here comes the nade up and over. Get your gun out. Oh! Using that DBS. Alright, so it does look like we got a little bit of lag going on with the sound. Sorry, guys. I thought I might have been able to fix that, but I will continue to mess with my OBS. It is the OBS, so we'll just keep working on it. Alright, does that say... What does that say? Bellfella? Bad fella. Alright, bad fella on the backside over here, trying to stay out of those nades, trying to stay away from Mirai. Look at this, coming right up and through. Oh, he's gonna come. Oh, he turned his back. He turned his back right at that last second. So the finest coming out of this with 4 eliminations, but now they are just a duo. And it does look like the X-Force came up onto another team over here. So what is Fate doing? Fate is down to 1 HP, and I'm not sure what happened. Oh, they ran into almost there, right up on that edge. Let's check it. Oh, no. Almost there is down to just Sabbath. He is the last one still standing. Or should I say belly crawling? Army crawling. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little more. And I do hear other shots coming in, and I'm not sure if there's another team over here also trying to come on down. Yes, there are. We've got the Zoo over here also trying to get the third party. Where did X-Force go? X-Force. Oh, they lost Caddy. They lost Caddy over here, but Caddy was up to 4 eliminations, so the Zoo does make it all the way down. But DK is does not appreciate. Look at this. It was from almost there on the other side, so they're just trying to get over towards that zone in there and not having a whole lot of luck. Let me check in on Jot. Hello, Jot. Alright, so let's see. They still have the 3 teams over here, and I see that we've also got We also have the Dark Side Knights over on the east or on the west bridge. So let me switch over to the west bridge, and the bridge camp is going to be insane. You already know it, guys, right? You already know it. Let's check in over here on Zero Fox Given right over here with the Dark Side Knights. Let me switch over to the Dark Side Knight Ifwick just for Foxy in case Foxy is in here. Alright, here he is. He's doing just fine. It looks like he's trying to do some scouting, trying to get on over there with DSK killed. And they are circling around the Zero Fox Given. And Zero Fox Given is on a 2-2 split. Let me check in on Havoc, because I think Havoc is the one that has the best eyes over onto the Dark Side Knights. So let's see what else is going on. We do have Zero Mercy trying to come up and in onto Manic over here on the East Bridge. And the rest of the teams, we've only got Maiden Nepal all the way down to the back. So all the rest of the teams are still trying to get on into the zone. Look at this. Let me put, as soon as Havoc, oh, Foxy, that is Ifwick. He's taking those shots at. And the zoo is not that far away as well, but Havoc's still trying to get those eyes onto that buggy, making sure that they cannot use that buggy. Let me put this iPad up there really quick. Hopefully you won't miss. Oh, right when I did that, he does get a knock over onto somebody, onto the Dark Side Knights, and there goes all the beeps again, and it was Evil Bert. Evil Bert has been knocked, and now here they come up and over. So let me get Ifwick over here for Foxy, and look at this. They're all coming up and around on 3-man team with an off angle up on top of that hill. And I think that may be it. I think that is it for the Dark Side Knights. I no longer see any of them. Fear down to about 5 HP, but they still have to get across the bridge, and they do have Zoo not too far away from it. Looks like Zoo is taking the swim. Let's go over to the East Bridge, because the East Bridge is just as crazy over here. Vortex, what are you wearing? We have Zero Mercy Boops over there. Let's check in on Boops. Boops is not having the greatest of times. He is down to just a solo himself. And we also have another solo coming in. And it looks like Team 7 Strive Era Aqua. Aqua trying to get, oh, Aqua's gonna run right into the Finest. The Finest are right over here as well. So now he's just from the frying pan into the fire. Let's check in on Slappy. Slappy, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Alright, so he had to have heard that buggy going by, but he is so low in health. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to make it. We still have the Golden Fire over on that East gas station, is still holding down the zoo from coming across. We got X-Force still over in the quarry and Promore, so I'm not sure what they are doing either. So these are a little bit of chaos over on these bridges. Well, we watch here for just a minute. Let me scroll on in. Alright, so we are down to the top 14 teams. They are thinning themselves out for sure. So let's see. Oh. Vortex booped you. Alright, so Manic. This is Manic team 16. Yes, Manic is over here with 10 eliminations. GG Manic. GG. Alright, but they do have the Fanatics coming right up and in on them. Vortex is over here watching them as they come right up and in. Vortex spraying 2 of them out as the driver. Did he get all 3? Oh, we had a split. What a spray out of the car. So the Fanatics now are down to just a solo. So there goes Jur and Slappy, and now this guy's gonna come in. I'm gonna call him E because it's the only letters I can see after the tag. He's gonna come into the rest of Manic right. And Zayn with that bridge camp. Alright, let's go. Let's go ahead and scroll on in a little more. Let me put that iPad up there so you can check in on your teams. It looks like Made in Nepal are in a fight. I'm not sure where you're Made in Nepal. Look, oh, I think, is that straight on in Nepal that they're in a fight with? Let me check in on Alibaba. Yes, Oliver's the last one still standing over here, and I think might have been Made in Nepal that got ooh, now he's gonna end up right over here in the Lapa. Who is that? Is that Team 13? I think that was Team 13, maybe even, let's see, click, come on, thank you. Thank you. Alright, so Team 13 is a trio, and they're separated. You can see that K8 is all the way over on this side, trying to get those eyes across onto Oliver. Alright, let's see if I can scroll in anymore. Yes, I can, because now X-Force has come out of the Quarry Primorsk area. And I'll go ahead and put this iPad up so you guys have a good idea of where everyone has situated. And X-Force in another fight. Let's go on over to X-Force, see what's happening. Fate gets knocked, and I think they're up to 7 eliminations. I'm not sure if Zero Fox Given was still over here or not, but they're still a trio. We did lose Caddy. And let's check in on Zod down at the other end. Zod trying to get the shot. Ooh, and trying to get a shot over onto Zero Fox Given. So Zero Fox Given did come across this bridge. Alright, let's go. Let me go ahead and scroll on in, because now we are really starting to get closer. Oh, we got a big three-way fight over on the other side. Let's go over onto the other side and see what's happening over here with Manic one more time, and Kelsaraj naughty. So Kelsaraj is now down to just Colt, and Colt knows that they're all right up over here, but he's also out here in the blue, so he does have to move up and in. And now we also have Team 13, so we've got Team 13, Team 16, and Team 3 over here. Let me go over here and find out what West is doing. West is getting pulled up now on by Manic all on that backside dolphin right there. Oh, that nade, and he's trying to get those shots. Opens the door, and there's a vortex in that outfit. I'm not even sure what that outfit is. I don't think I've ever seen that outfit. K8 now is the last one still standing, in a little bit of lag there. So we do have Zero Fox Given right across the way. So I'm not sure what K8's going to do. He knows Made in Nepal are over there. He's taking those shots. But at this point in the game, with all these teams really close to him, I'm not so sure taking those shots is such a good idea. Alright, so we just lost Space Lion, and now we are all the way scrolled in. We're down to the final 8 teams. Let me go ahead and show you where they are, give you an idea of their rotations, and let's get back into the fight now. Yeah, now look at how easy it's clicking over for me tonight. So I did do one thing right. We still have Oliver close to center zone. The finest coming up from that southeast. We've got, let's see, Made in Nepal coming in from the southwest. We've got Zero Fox Given. Fear may already have eyes over here. Knows that there's another team straight downhill. He knows that there's a crate. He's going to try to get some loot over here. Zero Fox Given is up to 9 eliminations. Alright, so let's see. Look at this. Colt, he stayed out of the way, and he made it to out of the blue, but I think he may be seen by K8 from above. But K8 is kind of sweating it out over here. He is at the very north side of the zone, but everybody is not. Oh, and there they go. And I did miss who that was, but I'm guessing it might have been Fear. Space Turtle. Look at this. Space Turtle coming up from that south side. Oh, and here comes Made in Nepal. And look at that. Colt Colt finds Dolphin, but now K8 finds Gold. Oh, I called that out like 5 minutes ago. Space. Oh, Space makes it all the way to the top. And look at this. We got K8 taking shots over at Turtle, and Turtle is down below, so you can see that Turtle gets found and taken out by Manic coming right up and in onto him. So the real fight is over here, where everybody's pushing up and in. We got Zero, Fox, Gibbon, and we got, look at all the teams over here. And so K8 now has to push in onto the other side, but the fight is over here. Let's see what's going on with the gold fire, or Zero Fox Given, and there goes Manic. Oh, Manic gets taken out, so we do have one more team. Oliver from straight out of Nepal is still in this. I'm not sure how Oliver was able to stay in there, but he's got K8 coming up right behind him. And he's got Zero Fox Given all right in front of him. I don't know how Oliver is going to get out of this chaos. So let's switch over to Oliver and see how Oliver handles the stress of a 1v4, two different teams coming from two different angles. So let's see what Oliver can do, guys. You see that we got K8. He is creeping right up onto Oliver. Oh, and I think Havoc just found him. So now here comes the rest of them. And Oliver does have Havoc on one side. Shoo Young coming right up and around. And here. Woo, definitely not the team you want coming collecting the taxes. Zero Fox Given coming in first with 15 eliminations. 10 placement points, 25 bomb for the very first match of tonight. Straight out of Nepal. Oliver making it all the way up into second place with 4 eliminations. And then team 3, I believe, is Jamal. I forgot which team this was. I'm sorry, guys. Here you go. 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. 19 through 21. And 22. Going all out. Manic Vortex in that ugly outfit. The toxic outfit. There it is. 7 eliminations. 1,127 damage. So we'll be jumping with Manic when we come right back. And I should have the live score. So be right back. Wero? Was that Wero that got knocked? Let me check. No, Wero's standing up. It was Unk. Unk 69. And he is still trying to take those shots. Look at Wero. Ooh, he's got some good aim, Wero, doesn't he? Let's go back up to Jan and see what he's doing. He's got the AUG. He is doing this with an AUG 4-time spray. No. I hear somebody returning with the Winchester. Who's got the Winchester? It's got to be Rage Bait. Oh, is it Havoc? It is not Havoc. Hello, Havoc. Not Wero. Is it Geo Money? Geo. And it is Onk 69. Geo Money with the... Oh! Look at the spray by Jan with the he's up here with this AUG, just creating so much havoc and chaos over here for Rage Bait. Where did Rage Bait end up? Are they still there? Let me see. Is Rage Bait, where did Rage Bait go? Just like that. Oh, the Dark Side Knights. Did you guys take out Rage Bait? Rage Bait. I didn't even see the elimination feed. Oh, that must have been fast. So we did have one up at the top. So Jan, I'm not sure, but we also now up on the cell tower hill. we do have the Jamal's team up there. And let me go ahead and put this iPad up there so you guys can check in on your teams, check in on the rotations, maybe figure out where your team may run into some trouble on any of your bad reviews. And I see version 9 right over here. Let's see, version 9 Nervous. Are you in a fight right here? With Team 9, we're pushing right up and in now onto the Valkyries. The Valkyries nervous, not nervous at all, getting ready to throw that nade up and over, and they are getting shot from a couple different directions. And you see another team across the way. It is the top losers also over here. So let's go. Yeah. Over by the power grid, there are 3 teams as well. Ooh, nervous, getting shot from right behind. Let me check in on the God Kid as he's coming on down. While I get over to the power grid, let's get a sky view of what is happening over here with X-Force and Team 20. Zero Mercy up there. DK, are you still in this? It does look like Legend is pushing up and in, and the rest of them are up on the rocks. So the coverage from Zero Mercy out to X-Force. Now let's see what's going on on the screen right on over here, because we got another team coming up and in. We've got version 9 right here. We got top losers over here, Vengeance, and the underrated rookies. We got all these teams pushing right up in onto this compound just to the east of San Martin area, the radio tower hill. It looks like Zelo trying to get the molly up and over, but then we do have Superman from Team 24 version 9 up on that off angle. Let me see. Oh, he is already up. Where did he go? I don't even see. Superman is still taking those shots. Let's see, where's Team 24? I don't see Team 24. It's not here. So now Zello with that pump action try. Ooh! Zello taking him out, but there's 2 of them down, but we do have that other team pushing up and in. We still have Superman and Spider-Man from Team 24 not too far away. Are they showing up? Yes, they are showing up now, because here they come up and in. There is Superman. But let's get on over to Zello, because Zello is still trying to hold off, trying to hold down the lockdown and push by. Ooh! Oh! That peek around, but we still have Manic from above as well. Manic trying to get the shots over onto the rookies. All this chaos just to the south of the hot again dealt with drone, and you can see that Manic is right here on the edge of zone. So let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and find out what is happening with the rest of our teams as we are headed into stage 3. So our zone's just seconds away from getting ready to pop, and the center's right on over there. So let's see what's happening down in where is the Dark Side Knights? Dark Side Knights way over, coming up from the east side of San Martin. So they are up in here, but Valkyries are still coming on down. And we have straight on to Paul Spence. I'm not sure what Spence is doing, but he is right over here on the other side of, almost there. We are over in the hills of Pachinki. He can hear all the vehicles right across from him. And Wolf, ooh, almost there. Wolf looking at straight out of Nepal, and you can see Wolf coming right up. So it may be Wolf versus Wolf. Let's see who's the top canine, which alpha. Alright, so we are headed over towards that San Martin area, going over, wrapping around Power Grid, Gado, and the Graveyard. And look at that, Blaze! Here we go, Blaze getting ready to come up and in. Look at this, like I said, Wolf versus Wolf. Wolf is up to 3 eliminations as they are now hunting down almost there. They're keeping track of, look at Blaze just watching as they go across this terrain. Each little hilltop, just paying attention to where almost there is getting ready to settle in. We've got Vengeance in the fight right on over here. Let's see what's going on with these teams. Man, I no longer see Vengeance right here because we never clicked on him. Come on, we got the Sinners over here now in the dust storm. But let's see. Can't really see much in the exfoliator, so let me go ahead and scroll on in even more. And I think now that the exfoliator is here, I'll go ahead and put that up. We still have Blaze BT trying to pay attention to where almost there is right across the tops of the hills. There we go. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, 0 Fox, given with that winner chicken dinner and 25 total points. Let's scroll on in just a little bit. There you go. Manic at 16 and Mid in Nepal at 11. So that's after the very first match. They are getting ready to start. We are missing a team 5, the Phonetics, and they're holding off for just another minute or so. So I think they're getting ready to start. They're like last chance to get into the room. God, YouTube, thank you for the sub. Welcome. All right, let's go. My mini feed did not stay rolling, so I think I did not fix what I was hoping was fixed. So I might have to get a little more into it today, or not today, but they just started the room. This time we are jumping with Manic Vortex, 7 eliminations, 1,127 damage. So let's get on over and find the Vortex. Hopefully though we can get through to tonight, and I don't at least have it beeping in my ears like every 30 seconds. So I did manage to take care of one issue, so that's gonna be a little less stressful. Uh-oh. Was it Manic or Nepal? There he is. I thought it was Manic. There he is. And look at that outfit. He looks like a mutated grape. Alright, so let's find him and let me match his footsteps. There we go. Doesn't he look like a mutated grape? I don't know where some of these guys get their outfits from, but oh my god. I think he's been in the fridge too long. Alright, there's your flight path for number 2. So we are coming in from just between the armpit and El Azahar, going down the very eastern coast, east of El Azahar, east of the truck stop, east of Minas Generalis, La Pedita, straight through the middle of Las Leon, and just to the western edge of Partona. So let's see, we do have several teams jumping off at the start. Let me scroll on in and check in on what's happening with Manic, because I see a lot of teams jumping up there with them. So let's go ahead and put him on the screen. And while we do that, whoops, let me get that up. Come on, let me get that off there. There we go. So you can see in his mini map there are several teams jumping with him, and I'm not sure why so many are right there with him. Let's see. It is Team 3, Kelsuraj. It's jumping right there with Vortex. You can see that right on your screen. And then down just to the south of that, you can see that there's another 2 teams. We've got Team 7 and Team 8 together. Strive era with just no. Let's see what's going on over here at the intersection. We've got Zero Fox given. Ooh, Zero Fox given right over here. Let's go sky view. See what's going on over here with the Ice Elves and Sam from the Ice Elves and Luffy. So now it's just up to Goku. I just and Loston was knocked, but oh, Goku's trying to get out of here, and he does have Havoc coming right up and in on him. So let's see. He just got taken down as well. We do have another team over here, but they're pretty far away. You can see space, but all 4 of them from Zero Fox Given are still in this. Let me scroll on out. And our first zone is all the way to the northeast. Look at that. We still have Camp Militar up there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in. We've got 2 teams all the way down in Partona as well. So let's check it out. And Vortex already up to 2 eliminations. We've got V8 over here with Team 19 X-Force. So let's see what's going on with X-Force. I see all 4 of them over here. And I only see 3 from V8. Oh, nope, there are 4. So let's scroll on out just a little bit. Let's check in. We'll stay above here. This is Partona down in the lower right-hand corner. I'll show you the map in just a minute, but let's give both of these teams just a little bit, or both of these fights a little bit of love. We got Manic Hot over here with the Winchester. You guys know I love the Winchester. Perfect match. What's a perfect match? Alright, so let's see. It does look like Zayn is already up to an elimination as well. Let's see what Zayn is doing because he is down to 20 HP. So let's go over and check in on Naughty. Naughty was able to get out of that nade just as we switched on over, and he's coming out and around. He does have the Tommy gun trying to get those shots. Oh, he does get Vortex, but then Dolphin is able to finish him off, and now Kyra is the last one still standing over here. Kyra against all 4 of them from Manic. We should be able to get Vortex picked back up. You can already see that he is back up onto his feet. And look at this, he's only got a 686 and an Uzi, so I'm not sure why he's using that 686 because the Uzi's, oh, I know he didn't mean to do that. He's down to a single shot and in his double barrel, and here they all come right on through the window, that window. So let's see what else is happening on the map. We do have another fight going on right on over here. Space with Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal still trying to... Ooh, look at that. Fury down to about 5 HP, but Fury was able to get on out of there. And he is still coming back for more. He liked it. He had an itch. Alright, let's check in on Smokey. Smokey is creeping up onto space over here. And let me check in on what's happening down here. Laggy Panda, there's DK. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, they are splitting up and they are coming out and around. Let's go over and check in this way. See, get off. There we go. Let's see what kind of angles we can see over here. So yeah, they're stuck. They're over here, and all of X-Force are coming up and around them. Let's go back to the map so you guys can check in on your teams. And ooh, Turtle! No! Turtle does get found by Smokey right when I switched on over. Smokey is down to about 5 HP, but Smokey does get another one. Look at that. What was that name? Yeah, that's what I thought that name said. I'm not saying that name. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. I think Space is down to just Trap over here. Sweat. Oh, and there they go. There goes the last of the Space. So, Space Esports. Alright, we did lose one of them over here, Domain. So, let's see. What else is happening? Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there. Let's go. I think the main fight now is down in Bartona. So, let's get on down to Bartona because I think that X-Force is trying to figure out a way to get around VA. Oh, DK always getting those crazy shots. He is way up here. Sorry about the sound, guys. I will try to figure out the rest of what's going on. But it does not look like my OBS wants to cooperate. Alright, so what else is happening? So let me see. Let me see. Ooh, somebody else is getting some shots. Let me check over onto Fate. Fate is down a little bit into the red, but I think that may just be the blue because we are out in the blue zone now and we are still in stage 1, so he's doing okay. Looking out pretty in his angel dress. Alright, what else is happening? We did lose one to the play zone, and there goes another one. So V8 down to just a duo now. Now we got Panner. Hello, Panner. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I think you may be in a pickle. And then I'm not sure what this says. K-O-T-L-I. Colty? Oh, DSK, best fem team in NA. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Eli. Is it Eli or LA? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So DSK is the fem team. Let's go. We're gonna check in on DSK in just a minute. Thank you. Alright, so it does look like they're pushing right. Oh, there goes Panda. Panda gets taken out by Panner, so we got off of Panner. Let's check in over on to Panner. And while we do that, I want to check in on Dark Side Knights. Dark Side Knights, let's see. Dark Side Knights over here. They are a trio. There you go. Got 2 people in the chat calling out for DSK. It does look like we're missing a player. We've got Ifwick killed and Evil Bert. Alright. Where is oh, I think X-Force, did they already leave? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like X-Force is leaving, guys. So let me see what else is going on. Are there any other fight? Ooh, there is a fight going on. Let's head on over here and find out what the finest are doing over here with Team Exact. Oh, they shut down that really quickly. So now let's see what's going on with Luffy. I think Luffy was the one that was able to get that. And now I think the exotics are just down to noob. Oh, but there they go. And so now the finest are, they should be able to get picked up. But oh no, they got taken down and out by that Molly. Alright, let me go ahead and switch on over. DSK, look at this. Ifwick all the way down in the blue. And while we watch that, just for my chat, I got 2 super chats, so we're going with DSK. And our zone is still really far to this northeast side. And I don't really see anybody in an active fight just now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there for you, and I'm gonna switch on over to Zoo because I think Zoo may be the next ones to get into a fight. You can see that they're all right here on top of each other. We've got Zoo with Zero Mercy and the Celebrity Killers. The Celebrity Killers coming up right behind him as they drive. So he's I think he was on a scouting mission, and this Morano is giving it all she's got, trying to get back on over. So now let's see what's going on over here. We are just a duo over here, and we are, pepper sprayed. So now the celebrity killer is just down to Samar. So let's see. Samar does have the rock, the hard cover, but let's see what else is going on, because we've got people coming up from behind. Look at this, coming in for the third party. This is Team 10, Pravda Esports, and look at that, Team 17 going out, and Team 10 Solace is trying to get those eyes over onto Jad, as Jad is working his way around, trying to get the angles over onto the celebrity killers, and there goes the celebrity killers. But now Team 10 is coming up and around Pravda Esports, and I think I can zoom in a little bit more on this map now, get some of these players, and let me go ahead and put that up there for you guys. And let's see what else is going on. I think we got a fight going on with Manic up at the north. Let's get Vortex. Oh, I'm sorry, Vortex. You should have been in the fridge longer. Alright, what is going on with Zane? Who are you guys fighting with? They are over here. Look at this. We got a villain Smokey playing for the Team 23 mate in Nepal, and he is the last one still standing. Now he's headed straight on over towards, this is Manic coming up on the one side, but you saw that he also has the other player right behind him, Manny from Team 8. Just say no. Just say no to the stab in the back, Smokey. Don't get tunnel vision. Alright, let me scroll this in just a little bit more. Smokey trying to get on out of there, but I'm not sure how close Manny is. You could see him on his mini map, so he's close. Zoom! All I want to do is a zoom zoom. How are you, Zoom? How are you? Tell me everything. Alright, let's go over to almost there. Zoom, here you go. Here is your team, your old team, your new team, your now team, your then team. Oh, and it looks like they're in a cloud of smoke. They've been smoking it, but we do see another team not too far away to their eastern side. That is Team 10. That was part of the team that we were just watching. So let's go. Let me check in on the Dark Side Knights. The Dark Side Knights are over here on this western edge. They're doing just fine at the moment. There's nobody near them. Alright, so we are still going over towards the Al-Azhar, between the Al-Azhar and the Hacienda intersection. So just south of Cruz de Valle and north of Minas Generalis. Alright, so what else is going on? I think now's a good time to put up that map again so that you guys can get a good idea of where your teams are. Let me know in the chat if you want to check in on anyone, because we still have, let's go up and check in on, let's check in on Manny, see if Manny can get on out of here. He does have villain Smokey right there with him, and it does look like Smokey may be headed towards the zone. So I don't think we're going to have a fight just here. Oh, look at the south side, though. The south side. The south side. Ooh, here comes Zero Mercy coming right up and in onto all these teams, and they're all just driving right on past each other. We got the exfoliator over here with, look at those 5 teams. And there goes one of the teams, but we've got Zero Fox Given, we got Jamal's team almost there, and Zero Mercy. Woo! Zero Mercy able to get on out of there. Nightmare, you called it yourself. Let me check in over on Nighty trying to get those shots over on Team 13. Jamal's team is trying to get on out of there, but look at Team 12 coming up onto the other side. This is Zero Fox Given. Fierce has been knocked. And while you guys watch this, I'm going to zoom in on the map for you. Now you can check down below to see if your teams are still in this, because we still have 14 teams, but these guys are trying to crush on in. on the south side. Oh, drove right up in front of Havoc right there. We did lose Fear, but now it looks like Moten right at the top of this hill. Havoc coming up. Look at this. Havoc sees the smoke that Moten has thrown, and does he get this nade over onto Moten? And we do have somebody from Team 4 making all sorts of racket with that. Let's see. I don't even see Team 4 over here. Oh, that is over here. There we go. It is you, Loston. Loston is trying to get our attention, wasn't he, guys? Wow. All right, that was a loud gun. All right, what else? Sorry about the delay in sound, guys. I will continue to work on the OBS. It is glitching, so as you guys know, I've been fighting with that. But eventually, technology will actually be helpful and on my side. I just don't know when that may be. Maybe, you know, 2050 before I get all these bugs worked out. Let's go over here into the middle of the zone, see what's going on with almost there in Team 10. They are still right on top of each other. This is Pravda Esports. And I still see Havoc over here. Havoc reaping his name. Alright, looks like he's headed back to his team just now. So let's check in on Nettie. Oh, Moten. Oh, straight out on the Paul. He finds straight at Moten. Moten is up to 6 eliminations, and I did not see straight out on the Paul coming up and in, but I see X-Force DK coming up now. So let's see. Where was straight out on the Paul? Where were they? Alright, let's throw on in just a little bit more, and it does look like the Dark Side Knight over here. Evil Bert coming up on the V8 Panner. And he's also got Zero Mercy over here. And now my iPad is going to go super slow, so let's see what's going on. We killed over here. Killed is just on the edge of the zone. And there they go. So Dark Side Knights are up to 2 eliminations. I'll keep the iPad on the Dark Side Knights for you guys. And let's see. We still have 13 teams in this as we go into stage 4. And let's see, where should we go next, guys? Let's check in on Jot over here for Zoo. The Zoo trying to get those angles uphill. Uphill is so hard to do. And it looks like Potato has the Dark Side Knights right across from him, guys. So let's check. Let's keep an eye on this. Let's see if the Dark Side Knights can get on in. They are just a trio, almost in a fight now. Let's see, where is almost? They're right on over here. I'm not sure who they just knocked, though. Who did you knock over onto this side? You've got a couple of teams right down below you. You got Zoo right down there. You got Team 13 coming in. Jamal. Let me check in on Jamal from Foxy. Jamal, what is happening over here? We got West up to 2 eliminations, Foxy. There, look at how nice that Lotus is. I think I might want it. I'm not sure, guys. I think this is a really nice color. Imagine trying to see this thing on Sandhawk. Too bad they took Sandhawk out of the maps. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. We still have 11 teams. Let me scroll this map in. We have most of these teams out of the blue. We do have Claws still coming up and around. Made in Nepal. No, it was not made in Nepal. It was Team 10 over there. Pravda getting taken out by Matt coming right up and in, and nobody is in zone. Look at this. Let me show you the zone. There's no one in zone yet. Everybody's on that outside ridge. All these teams is no longer a center meta. Everybody's doing the edge sweeps, trying to get the teams coming out of the blue like back in the old day. Back when I used to play. Alright, so X-Force trying to come up now. Ooh, I hear some nades going off. Is that a smoke or a nade? right on top of him from almost there. He's got almost there, 90 right in front of him. But let's see, I think, who got 90? Who was that? Was it Fate? Yes, it was Fate. Sorry about the delay, guys. Sorry. Alright. So, we are up to 5 eliminations for X-Force. But X-Force still has to come on into zone. So, they still have a way to go. So, let's see what's going on with Lost. And for Zero Fox Given down to just a solo now. And he is getting found from that off angle. So, now, let's see. What else can I see? It got really quiet when I said that. We do have 2 teams now in zone. We do have Zero Mercy. Let's check in on Vortex. He was the last match top fragger, and it looks like he's going to be able to get Zay and pick up. Look at this. Manic is up to 15 eliminations. You go, Manic. Nice, nice, nice. All lines up some days for us. Alright, so Loston is still stuck over here. Jamal, here you go, Foxy. Jamal still trying to get in and around, getting shot from every direction. K8 down to about 28 K8 gets taken out. Where is West? West is still trying to get on down and in as well. Man, let's go ahead and scroll all the way in. West, I think, may make it using the terrain. He even had to go across the streets, and his car is still getting pelted, but he's over on this western edge. Oh, don't go to the compound. That compound's a little occupied. Ooh, he's trying to get, oh, he came right up and in onto Team Zero Mercy versus Manic, and we already know, oh, Manic, or Zero Mercy was able to finish that off. So now, let me go ahead and find out what else is going on, and I think we're going to be able to get them picked back up, but we do have Zoo coming up right along this edge as well. So now we have the 3 teams you can see in the mini map up above. We have Manic, Zero Mercy, and Zoo. They're in a triangle shape around the zone. So let me, while you guys check in on this, because right now there's no active fight, let's go ahead and get the sky view of what the zone is all about. And they are all on the edge of zone. We do have the fight between Vortex. Vortex is trying to get a knockover onto Zero Mercy. Manic is, but Zoo has this ridge line over here. So Zoo loses the ridge line. It might not be so easy. Let's go check in on Vortex, because Vortex was the first match top fragger. Let's see. Hey, there's a sound delay. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about the sound delay. I'm still working on it. I don't know. I think I get it fixed, and then it doesn't fix. So I'm not sure what to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, what else? I'm very sorry if it's interrupting your appreciation of the game. I apologize. Alright, let's see what else is going on. Let's check in on Jot, see what Jot is doing. It looks like Jot, see how we're lagging too. So Jot looks like he's still working on getting some loot, trying to wrap his way around. He still has this ridge line, so he's doing just fine. We still have the 3 teams in this. We have a 3v4v3. So Zero Mercy and Zoo, both the Z's down to 3s. I'm a rapper in a former life. And then we got a full 4-man team for Manic. I wish I could get out of the blue, guys, but we're just too far away just at the moment. But we should. Ooh, does look like we got to push over on Zero Mercy now, because Zero Mercy, they got the knock over on the Nightmare, and here they come. Potato getting ready to throw the name right out over. Potato throwing that nade over towards Dolphin. Are you gonna take that from the Potato? Potato is also getting shot. Potato is the last one still standing, because he is now pinned between Zero Mercy and Zoo. You can see Jot is right there, and Jot Jad is able to get that. So now we are down to the top 2 teams. We've got we got Zoo versus Manic. So look at this off angle by Harmon trying to come in on that the top of that ridge line. We still have Jot 1 and Jot 2 or Jot 7 or 2K18 and then Jot. We got 2 Jots. I just noticed. Alright, so Vortex up to 7 eliminations now in the mutated grape outfit, throwing those nades up and over. But the Jots are creeping in, so is Harmon. So let's see. We got Zayn out in that blue. Zayn needs to come on in. And now look at this. All the smoke clouds coming up. Oh, there goes Pod. One of the Jots is down. The 2K18 Jot is over here in a 1v2 with Manic. And so now that looks like they're trying to get the... Oh, I think Harmon is the last one still in this. So now let's get on over to Zayn. It is Zayn and Harmon versus Dolphin. Let's see what's going on over here. We'll go ahead and 1v. Oh, I tried to get it on there, guys. I tried to do, guys. Winning too fast. Manic coming in first with 22 eliminations. 22 eliminations plus 10 placement points. 32 bomb for this one Miramar match. Jeez, these guys were smoking hot. Zoo coming in second with 6 eliminations and 0. Mercy coming in third with 3 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. 19 through 21. Going all out. Manic Vortex 2 times in a row tonight. This is back to back. It's almost the exact same stats. 7 eliminations, 1,171 damage. That's insane. So we will be jumping with Manic when we come right back. I should have the scores to be right back. We just had the dust storm go across, and DK in a fight now with the Ice Elves, and there goes the Ice Elves out to X-Force, but X-Force has another team coming up and in. They gotta try to get the team up. Where's Meow? As here comes another team. Ooh, the Molly's following out and around. And so now DK was up to 4 eliminations, now eliminated himself. Look at that. One. That menace from Radio Tower Hill taken out by Meow. And I do believe this is fate. And now we did lose 26. 24. Are you now 26? Is that what you're telling me? Alright, so while we watch this fight, let me check, make sure we're not missing any other fights on the screen. It doesn't look like it. If you look down in that lower right-hand corner, you can see that our zone is closed. We still have 30 seconds. And they're trying to get these angles over into that. Ooh. Easy, and he might be able to get 26 pick back up, but here comes the Valkyries and not esports. So here comes some more teams coming right up and in onto Meow now. Look at this, he's doing the jump shot up and over with that S12 in the FPP to make sure that the screen is as big as possible so he can see exactly where they are. FPP helping with that perspective, making things bigger and brighter. Ooh, with another jump shot. And he is up to 5 5 eliminations and may be able to get up and in. Look at this. And he is able to pick up 26. Geez, I do believe this is fate. Hello, fate. Don't forget, this is one of our PMSL teams. All right, so almost there. Ooh, Wolf. Let me go over and check in on Wolf. What has happened was straight out in the ball. Wolf. Oh, Zaffer got you with that nade. So where's Spence? Spence is coming right up and behind, but we do have XP3 right in front, and Wolf gets taken out by the center. Karan OG from down below. Ooh, XP3. Oh, Karan OG finding him too with those Augs. These boys are deadly with these Augs. Alright, and our zone does pop again, and we're going between the graveyard and Bigado. So let me see. While they try to get XP3 up, let me go ahead and put that iPad up so you guys can check in on the rotations, figure out where your teams are now. We are down to the top 10 teams. So let's go. We still have 28 teams in this. We are only in stage 4 at the moment of our second match tonight, Miramar. And now let me see who I think may end up in the next fight. I feel like we should head down towards... Let's get on over here towards Superman, because I feel like Superman is coming right up and in onto Velocity. We all know that Velocity likes these ridgelines. Let's see what's going on with Xenon. Xenon all the way up at the top. Velocity full 4-man strong on the top of these hills over on this ridgeline. So let's see. Looks like SK Bot is kind of sandwiched, though. He's got the Dark Side Knights coming up right behind him. And Nuxify, I find somebody. He's got that MD49. One of the snipers I love to see. He's really good with that DMR. I'll watch him for hours doing those character maps. He just doesn't miss. Let's go. So now let's see. Looks like Ifwick down quite a bit. I think Ifwick was the one that Nuxify was trying to get. The Nuxify had his SKS or his SLR. He might have been knocked. That's all I'm saying. And look at this. Meow. Meow coming up and into all this as well. We just watched Meow with all the... that chaos over at the power grid. He is still trying to work his way across these hills. And we'll stay here for just a second. Look at this. Straight out in the ball. Look at the zone. Straight out in the ball. Pretty much dominating the zone. They have the entire zone. Blaze need to come on in. And we do have version 9 going out to X-Force 26. I do believe 26, maybe 24. 24 maybe. I'm not sure. Never know. Oh, Superman dropping right in front of Meow, and Meow coming over and trying to steal that camera, but Blaze from straight out in the ball from across the way. Look at this Blaze. Blaze is in zone gatekeeping this northern side with all these teams coming right in. You can see from this map, let me scroll in as much as I can, he's got all those teams right over there on that ridgeline. Let's look at this map together. You could see all the way up there, we've got X-Force, we've got the Sinners coming down and around, the Dark Side Knights, Velocity, and, oh, we just lost one from Finial as they come into zone. So let's get back on over, and we do have Team 3 coming in as well, Jamal's team. So Blaze just over here, just picking everyone off. Nuxified down to about 5-8. X-Force trying to get in and across to the zone, and he's going to have to come across the street from Blaze. Blaze still right here trying to get these shots. 26 trying to get the shots back, and Blaze says, yeah, I'm starting to feel the heat over here. Nuxify made it all the way down. right below Blaze, and Blaze shut that down as well. 26 going out to the play zone, and we're down to the top 2 teams now. Just that fast. So Finial all the way across. See if I can get Finial. See what's happening. And Axe is the last one still standing. Let me get Axe over here on the side by side, and I feel like Wolf is coming right up and over here on this 1v1. And oh, Wolfie! Oh, so let's go ahead. He's coming down on the top of Manic. We get Rage Bait. Does look like Nox. Welcome back, everyone. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, we have, let's get it up there, Manic with 48 total points. It was a huge winner chicken dinner match. Zero Fox giving it 36 total points in a winner chicken dinner. And Made in Nepal with X-Force down at 15 total points. Woo, this is kind of crazy, don't you think? This time we're going to be jumping with Manic Vortex. Vortex is up to, oops, let's get this over here. Welcome to Rondo, everyone. Let me get Vortex up on your screen. Let's see if we can keep up with this chaos. I don't know any of these rotations. I don't know any of these drops. So it's going to be just absolute chaos for me tonight. But I will do the best I can to try to keep up with these teams. Wish me luck, boys. Wish me luck. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and put him up on the iPad. Give him some screen time love. Seven eliminations and over 1,000 damage. 2 games in a row. So let's go. Let me get that off of there, and here we go. Let me put that map up there. Here's your flight path. Oh, it's blinking again. I don't know what that is, guys. I really don't. So we're coming in just from the west of Jadina City, going across the test track just to the east of Stadium and dumping off in Nanchun. So there is your flight path. Hello, Turtle! Type she. There you go. Alright, so Jadina City already has two teams headed that way. Let's see, I think, I don't even know where these teams, like I said, I don't know any of these drop spots for these teams, so this is brand new to me. I don't know how these guys are going to rotate. I don't know what to expect. Dan Ching, I think we got a hot drop going on right on over here. So let's get in on to Made in Nepal, as we got 3 teams over here, I think. Oh, we've got at least 3 teams. We have the Fanatics over here. We've got Jamal over here, straight out of Nepal. Zero Mercy and Made in Nepal. So let me get that up there. While we do this, I'm going to go ahead and check in. Let's actually switch over to straight out of Nepal. Let me get some Blaze BT on the screen. Blaze is having some real issues because I don't think any of these teams really know this map well enough to even know these buildings. Alright, so Jadina City does have 1 extra player in it. It does look like Team 10 is kind of on a split. That's Pravda Esports. Most of these teams are separated out. The test track has 2 teams in it, but the test track is extremely large, so there's plenty of space for these 2 teams. Almost there and not. Oh, that's not, is it? That is Kelsa Raj. And I'm not sure where the rest of that is. So we do have a couple teams right down over here. What is this? And we got Zero Mercy right on top of Jamal. Look at this. And not too far away, we got Exotic and straight out of Nepal. So this is, look at this mess. This is what we're watching right on down below. Look at all these teams. Let me go ahead and put this up so that you guys can see how close everyone is. And I don't think most of these players have been able to find... Oops, wrong one. I don't think most of these players have been able to find a lot of loot. So let's see. Let's get on over to the Fanatics. Find out what's happening as they are trying to come down and around onto Zero Mercy. Let's check in on Santi Zen. Santi Zen still trying to find some loot. He's only got a level 1. It looks like he just found some band-aids. We do have all sorts of chaos going off everywhere. Exotic in that fight with Slappy. He was able to find, look at this. Exotic DP finds Slappy over on the western edge of the test track. So now let's see. Oliver's been knocked. So XP3 up on top of this building. We do have, is this where we are? I don't even know where we are. Let's go over here. We've got, oh, they came over to the soldiers. We've got soldiers in here, guys, that have the extra loot. But we've got 3 teams over here. We have Team 6, the finest, over here with Team 22. V8. Oh, and he gets stabbed in the back. Alright, so now Blaze BT now trying to find Zero Mercy. Nightmare coming up. And look at this, Nighty in a fight with Kelsaraj. Ooh, we got fights everywhere. So in these temples, we've got those soldiers, and it looks like Panner is trying to get up and around, because these soldiers are nothing to deal with. I don't know if the soldiers are in an esports room as well. But look at this. So now let's see what else is happening. It looks like ooh, we got so much going on in our stage 1. We are still in stage 1 in all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that up there for just a minute. Looks like Blaze is the last one still standing. I only played Rondo like 1 time, and to be honest, it's way too big and confusing for my brain. You know, Kaisra, it is for all of us, because over in NA, you can't even get a Rondo match. So I think that's why they're putting it in here. So they want to try to do this. Oh, and now Ninja from Zero Mercy down to 1 HP, taken out straight out of Nepal. Let's get back on over here and find out what's happening. Oh, we got the fight over onto this side. So let's get on over to the other side and see what's happening up here in Yulin. Oh, we do have... Oh, I'm sorry about that. So, Mari is the last one still standing, still against. We still have Zero Fox given. We've got all 4 of them. But Leo is that... Oh, right when I was going to click onto Leo, he got taken out. I think that was by Fear. So now Amari trying to get on out of here as well. So, let's see. It does look like one of them... lost in on that angle. I don't know if the soldiers are over here, guys, but they are so wicked strong. Alright, so let's see. Guys, or maybe we can try a Rondo one of these days, because I really need to get on in there and try to figure out some of these cities as well. Because actually if I played this, I wouldn't know how to get in. Oh, Turtle! I'm sorry, Turtle. Let's go, Manic Turtle. Oh, I've got 2 turtles. Manic Turtle, there you go. You had ZA. I see you changing your name. Alright, so let me put this map back up here. There's nobody over on this western side. We do have the electric storm. the electric storm about to go off, but nobody's underneath that. It looks like we still have a bunch of chaos over here, and the Dark Side Knights are getting ready to go out and around. We still have Team Exotic not too far away from... Yeah, there goes the EMP zone right when I was talking about the electric storm. So we do still have Maiden Nepal over here, but Maiden Nepal is still being gate-kept by Jamal's team, and we do have Dark Side Knights. So Foxy, your two teams are right over here next to each other. Looks like they're taking each other out, Foxy. Alright, and we're centering around that EMP zone, so let's come back on over here. Let me put that iPad up there so you guys get an idea of where everyone is. Let's go over to the Golden Fire because they are right up here in the mountain terrain. So Myra just trying to get some angles right on down. Who is that? It's ZYY. Oh, ZYY gets taken out by the celebrity killers. So now let's see. Oh, there goes she. So now it's just up to Myra over here. You need to get on out of there. And so I don't know if they're gonna be... Oh, that buggy. Look at that. Was that Zigana? Yeah, Zigana from Unique Legacy. He has been a top fragger on more than one occasion. He knows how to use his weapons. And now we are still all shifting to the west. Let me put the iPad back up there again so you can try to figure out where your teams are, because I really don't know where these teams land. So for me, it's going to take some time to try to figure out where they are. Let me check over onto the Fanatics. It looks like Santizin knows that they do have a couple of teams coming up and around. Look at how flat terrain this is. He can actually see for miles or meters, whichever one you prefer. Let's check in on the Ice Elves. Oh, Sam has been knocked, and I'm not sure if Luffy can come on back and get him, because we do have the Fanatics straight across from him. Look at how bright and vivid this map is, though. It's beautiful. I love the cherry blossoms. Alright, so let's see. It looks like we're centering around Yulin. So these teams really have to move on in. We are stage 3 and the zone is getting really small. These teams need to hustle. Alright, let's go. Let's check in on some more of this. Let me put this map back up there so we can all kind of figure out. Looks like the EMP zone going just to the north of where Zero Mercy is. Let's see. Can Team 24, the Celebrity Killers, make it through the EMP zone before it pops? You can see that on your mini-map above. That wave means that it's about ready to lose power to just about everything. And now the Fanatics found Luffy right when we switched on over. This is Zigana that we're on right now, and he's trying to come down and around the outside of Zero Mercy. But you can see that Zero Mercy is now in the EMP zone, which means that Zero Mercy is at a huge disadvantage. So the teams that are in the EMP zone, they're not going to be able to use their vehicles. They're not going to be able to use some of their scopes. It's not going to. There's a lot going on. So let's see. They're going to come right up and over on the top. Oh, I think they figured out that there's already a team down in there. It's Team 10, prop to esports. And most of these teams, I think, are getting closer to the zone. And we do have that team right. The EMP zone has settled down, and now we're just... Whoops, what was that? We're still going just to the east of Joutin. You can see the stadium to the north, and want to be able to keep an eye on these rotations. As I think most of these teams are still trying to figure out the rotations themselves. So I know I'm trying to figure out the rotations. Let's get on over to almost there, pulling right up and in onto Team 8. just no. Sabbath does see the one that's back, trying to get those shots right up and in onto this building, and I'm not even sure how many of these teams know these buildings just yet, but the buildings are going to be in PMSL, so we all have to learn what is going on, because these teams, if they want to compete at the higher level, they're going to have to know these zones, going to have to know these buildings. You saw straight on Nepal having some problems trying to get through the window, and now it is just up to Schnepp trying to hold him off as Verk is trying to get the heal. Schnepp is up down to 5 HPs. They're coming right up and around, and they came in from the different angles, because these rooms have extra doors. It's not just one way in and one way out. So now we are over here on HUD. Let me go ahead and scroll this map on in, because we can still see that we got a lot of these teams coming on in. Man, what is happening down in Yulin? It looks like Yulin is just packed full of teams. Let's get on over here and see what is happening with Loston. Loston was able to hold onto this balcony for quite some time, but now he is still in zone. So now we do have, look at this, Foxy DSK. DSK is coming right up and in. Timeless. Hello, Timeless. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Timeless trying to get those shots over onto Made in Nepal. As Made in Nepal wrapping around Yulin. So we still have, I can't quite close in the map just yet, because we do have teams out in the blue. We are in stage 4, so the blue is not hurting as bad just yet. But you can see that the zone is getting smaller and smaller, and there goes 2 of them from Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal, we're doing so well. And there they go out. Alright, so now Dark Side Knights up to 6 eliminations. Jeez. And there they go. They're starting to go out now to the zone, because this zone does not play. So let me go ahead and find the next fight wherever I think it may be. Let me go on over to almost there, 90. The last one's still standing for almost, and he's trying to get his teammates picked back up. But they have blue, look at that. There goes another team trying to rotate late into the zone. They're thinking that they can make it, but this map's too big. You got too much wide open space to take your time rotating. So it's gonna make sure, you gotta make sure you are in zone on time for this. So let's get on over here to team 23 as they are wrapping around. Made in Nepal over here with, oh, that's Shoo. No, so Shoo for Zero Fox Given. Let's see if we can get Zero Fox Given onto the screen. Zero Fox Given right there on that recall center, but now he's coming. I think the recall is over at this stage in the game. We still have the Dark Side Knight. Havoc trying to get some shots over onto Killed, but Killed is down about half health. So here comes a Hail Mary. He does not connect with any of that, but they are still all coming right up and in, and we are just to the northwest of Yulin. We still have 12 teams in all this chaos, and they're still coming right up and in. All the recall station is still in. Look at this. Havoc was able to get Shoo back. Look at that. Alright, Shoo coming in from the plane, but he's got to move on in. Let's get on over with Smokey. Smokey coming out. Look at this. Now we are out in the wide open. So now this is if you have the emergency covered sticks, this is where you need to start thinking about pulling them on out. Look at this, Smokey right over here next to Team 10, peeks around that corner and just happens to see him. And look at Dark Side Knight. We got Zero Fox Given trying to come right up and in. Foxy Ifwick right on over here. Oh, gets found by gets found by X-Force DK. DK coming on in. DK has played this map, so DK knows how it's done, guys. So now we still have teams that need to come on in. Let's see if I can get some of this. There goes, look at that. There goes the there goes the emergency cover called in by X-Force. Alright, we do have Zero Fox Kevin trying to come right up and in on top of that. Let's get on the sky view. Look at the smokes right on down below. And we do have the Doritos. And here's some more Doritos coming on down. And Fate is trying to get right up and in onto the golden, or onto Zero Fox Given. It looks like Fierce is trying to pick up Havoc. Havoc back up onto his feet. Shoot trying to get back up onto his feet. And me, yeah, look at all the emergency cover over here. They've dropped 3 of them. 3 sets of Doritos, and we are down to the top 16. And I don't think Zero Fox Given made it out of the blue zone hurts, guys. We're down to the top 3 teams now. We have X-Force almost there, and Esports getting found by DK. DK just mowing the lawn. DK using this little ridge to see for miles across the way. So now let's see what's going on, because we are moving right up and in, and I'm not sure if anybody has any of those emergency covers left. The emergency covers are all back behind them now. So let's see. We still have Zoo. We still have almost there, and there goes Zoo. So now we are down to X-Force versus almost there 90. Are you the last one still standing? No, look at this, almost there, up to 5 eliminations each, and we looks like it's gonna be DK versus 90 just dropping on down. Let's see what XYZ is doing. XYZ on the back cover looking over at me. Yow, 90 is the only one in the end zone. So now let's see what's gonna happen. Is here comes DK coming right up and in, and 90 versus DK, and X-Force coming in first. And these digits are gonna get so high once these guys know the maps. Look at all the eliminations. Look at the eliminations of Zero Mercy. Whew. So coming in first, X-Force with 9 eliminations. Coming in second, almost there with 10 eliminations. And Zoo Esports coming in third with 12 eliminations. GG's. Rondo. Here we go. Here's 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21, and 22. Going all out. Zero Mercy Nightmare. 6 eliminations. 997 damage. We'll be jumping with Zero Mercy Nightmare when we come right back for tonight's final match. And I should have some scores. Ilaria on the ball. She is, shout out to Ilaria for the scores, just constantly on time. GG's. Be right back. Over DK has been picked back up by Wiro, so does look like made in Nepal. It's gonna get that res off in Maine, and Darkside Knight's taking over the south and the western edge of boot camp. Let's check the map really quick and see what else is happening on this map, because we've got a bunch of chaos. So let's get on over here, see what is happening with the Sinners. The Sinners trying to come up onto Manic on top of this hilltop. And XP3 is going to be able to get Wolfpick back up over here. XP3 still, they are still right over here with the underrated rookies. Too much chaos going on. Hard coming on down onto the center. We've got Karan OG over at this other side. I'm not sure what Karan OG is going to be able to do against all three of them, or all four of them, excuse me, from Manic right there. Look at Karan OG. Alright, so there's your map. We're just going to go. And look at this. Vengeance Sook is able to get that knock from the top, and now straight out in the ball. Oh no! XP3 coming out and around. Where is Blaze? Blaze is over here trying to get those shots over onto Vengeance. Vengeance leaves. XP3 does get taken down and out, and I did miss the elimination feed is going crazy, and I'm not sure who was over here. Let's see if I can figure it out. It was Blacklist over there. It was Juan again. Juan. One more time over here from Not Esports Team 8. Juan, remember, was on top of Radio Tower Hill, just putting all the pressure down onto the teams. Once again, putting the pressure into Camp Bravo right on over here. You can see Not Esports all along this edge, but we also have Blacklist coming up and around over on this side. Let's see if I can get this a little better so you guys can see. Blacklist is also coming up, and coming down from the north side are the Valkyries. Right here are Vengeance, and we still have the fight with Straight Outta Nepal. Let me go back over here and see what's going on with Straight Outta Nepal right in Camp Bravo. Straight Outta Nepal, back to back winner chicken dinners, and it does look like every team on Sandhawk is trying to make sure that they do not get a third. And ooh, that May coming right up and in with this. They are coming in. Spence gets taken down, but they should be able to get Spence picked back up, and we are still on Blaze BT. That was Wolfie that was able to get that knock, and they are still just trying to come out and around, trying to clear out all this chaos that is happening over here in Camp Bravo. And it does look like we got another couple teams over here in this fight. We're on the western edge, and Blacklist was coming up onto Knot because Knot was spread out pretty thin, and I think Knot is down to just a solo player over here now, watching Blacklist come up and around. Now Velocity in a fight with Zero Mercy, the Dark Side Knights in fight. Oh, but let it all happen all at the same time, please, because I love trying to just sit here and read the elimination feed. Almost there, coming in also into this boot camp area. We still have Made in Nepal in Maine. Dark Side Knights on this western edge. We still have Manic up on the hilltop, and now we do have Almost There moving into boot camp. Version 9 over here in a fight. Let's see what is going on with Velocity and Version 9. We do have Velocity, Version 9 trying to come up and around onto Xenon. Where is Nuxify? Up on top of that ridge line. So we've got, oh, and Joy Boy right across the way as well. So we do have Version 9 and Vengeance. We have a Vengeance over here. So no, this is Zero Mercy. What are you doing over here? And we got a Vengeance player on Zero Mercy. The last one's still surviving because the rest of his team went over to Camp Bravo. What? You guys are trying to kill me. No, here's the rest of Vengeance. Oh my goodness. Alright, so Vengeance over here in a fight now. Coming out of that Camp Bravo area, and they are right over here with the Valkyrie. And I think Vengeance, the duo, we had 2v4, and one just went down. We do have Kashi going down over here. So let me put this map up here so you guys can see the chaos. I can't keep up with the chaos over here in in Sandhawk. I was going back to Miramar, guys, because my brain was like, I'm done. Alright, so let's see what's going on with Made in Nepal over here in boot camp, trying to face off against the Dark Side Knights. You can see that all 4 of them from Made in Nepal, they're doing just fine. We do have 2 of them up to 2 eliminations each, and then the other 2 with an elimination, 6 total. So there you go. Made in Nepal, still holding down Maine. And they don't have to go anywhere. The zone is going around them. The rest of these teams are still trying to come on in. We have straight out Nepal over by that not esports player. Player number 1. So he is coming down and in. I really like that PUBG is put the names on the dots. It makes it a little easier to figure out who's where. And look at this. It does look like Team 3. Yes, Team 3. I've called them the wrong name several times. This is Jamal's team. Jamal's team trying to come on down and in. And I do think, let's check in on what is happening right over here. This is Jamal's team getting ready to throw this nade up. Oh! Doesn't even throw that nade, and now Vengeance is down to just HQK. There we go. Oh, another coming right up and in. And look at Luxury. Luxury down to 2 HP as they are pushing up onto the Dark Side Knights. The Dark Side Knights do have 1 knocked, and look at this. Wagwan going around this backside, trying to come right up and in on to the Dark Side Knights. Look at that. You can see right where he is behind this crate. Jamal's team taking out Vengeance. There's too much chaos. I can't even tell you which teams are where. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Manic coming in first with 52 total points. A winner chicken dinner coming in second. 0 Fox Given with 50 and a winner chicken dinner. And X-Force rounding out the top 3 with 34. And we are headed back into Erangel for tonight's final match. This time we're jumping with 0 Mercy Nightmare, 6 eliminations, 997 damage. So let's get over here. Let's get the iPad up and let's get ready. I have the X-Force Fate. I am such a big fan. He is in my chat. I love you guys. I love you, Fate. Alright, so let's go. Let's find 0 Mercy Nightmare. Let's go. There he is. Let me get him over onto the screen so his non-footsteps will non-footstep. What a night. Alright, hopefully I did the Rondo the best I could. Hopefully you guys were able to enjoy it. It was chaos for me. Tonight's final flight path for Region 8 Friday night cash scrims. We're coming in from the California coastline just to the north of the shop, going across the top, north of Gacka, over ruins, north of Watertown, Rozhok, Yasnaya, and dumping off just between Stauber and Kameshki. So there's the flight path. X-Force already jumping, and it looks like X-Force does have a couple of teams with them again. Let's see. No, they don't, do they? I can't. Yes, they do. They've got somebody under there, but I can't click on who is with them. And even when I scroll in, it looks like, oh, there we go. I got you. It is Space Esports headed down to Primorsk right there with X-Force. And now let's see what's going on. We do have 0 Mercy headed up to that Georgia Pole area. They are alone. Let's get on down to X-Force and let me find the Fate. Meowsy. There we go. Fate on my screen. What is that? Parachute Fate. Alright, so let's go ahead and scroll on in and see what else is happening on the map. It looks like we've got 2 teams down in Pachinki. We've got Zero Fox given with the Celebrity Killers. And over at the school apartments, it looks like we've got V8 over here with Kalsaraj and the main and the Dark Side Knights over at school. So main has two of the members from V8, but V8 has Panner across on the other side. So now let's see what else is going on the screen. These are, oh, Zero Mercy. Zero Mercy does have the finest right on top of them up here in North George as well. So North George, oh, OnlyFans Kratos taken out. I guess they didn't like that OnlyFans account. Alright, let's go. So Fate, I'm a big fan of yours. Alright, so Fate does have the two from space. Oh, he's gonna get found from across the way because the off angle. Oh, Fate on that flick. DK is coming right up and in right behind him, but Fate is able to get out of that. Is Turtle also in my chat? Turtle, no. And now we're coming up on the big ones. I'm not saying what they are, but they're big. Alright, so he's the last one still standing against X-Force. And now here comes X-Force coming out around. There's DK over on that other side. DK, do you know that you got somebody in the shack over here? And who did we lose on X-Force? Laggy, Panda, DK, be careful. He's right there, the shack across from you. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else is going on over here. And I lost him. So Maiden up. Oh, DK, you were right there. Oh my gosh, look at that. My anxiety can't handle this. Alright, so we got some chaos going on over here in Razak. What is happening? Dark Side Knights coming up onto Zoo, onto Jamal's team. So Jamal's team down K8. Zoo right in the center, sandwiched between the Dark Side Knights and Jamal's team. So DK, oh my gosh, DK, you guys are right there. Oh, they came right up and in on him. Alright, there we go. Caddy, who are you, Caddy? But Caddy got 3 of those eliminations. Alright, so it does look like Zero Mercy. Nightmare was able to get 2 of the eliminations over onto, was it Space that was up there? No, Space was down. I already forgot who is up there. Oof. Alright, so let's go. My brain just fried after Rondo. Nah, you did so good. So proud of you. Thank you, guys. Alright, so V8 now getting pulled up on over here. Let's see what's going on with our map. Our map is very central. So let's go ahead. Ooh, he's calling him out. Let's put this up just for a minute. V8 still over here in the school, school apartments. Trying to hold off Kalsaraj right on downstairs. He is not alone. We did lose Panner. Don't forget that Panner was on the top of that other apartment building. The duo are right here, and it doesn't look like they're in any hurry to push on up. Right when I say that, let's see, naughty trying to get on out there with the rest of his team right here. Look at this, you can see his feet. Look at this, he's right there throwing. Oh, he don't ever pull a pin right there on the edge of the stairs where they can see you. So now he is down to just a solo up here, and they are trying to come right up and in onto V8. V8 Brer right here trying to hold him off with the pump shotty. He does not have a helmet. He does have a vest. And let's see, Brer, can you hold off the push by Kelsaraj jumping off the apartment, coming up and in behind them. Look at this, trying to stay out of the way. Ooh, let's see. He might be able. Oh, we got pump actions. We're trying to push him right on out. Look at this. They're both coming right up and in. Oh, there it goes. Let's head on over down the celebration. Let's head on over to Rozhawk, because Rozhawk is pretty crazy too. Let me go ahead and put that map up so you guys can check in on your teams, because we're down to 15 teams already, guys, and we're only in stage 1. So let's get back over here to Rozhawk and see what else is happening, because now we have another team coming up in Team 10 Pravda. So we've got Zoo right on over here. Pravda trying to come up and around, and Harmon is the last one still standing. And there goes Pravda. So now let's see. Dark Side Nets coming right up and in. I think I said there goes Pravda, but that was not Pravda. But so let's go. Let's see what is happening, because Pravda has pulled up and in, and we got the Dark Side Knights. Ooh, trying to evil burn down to 5 HP. Let's check in on Kill coming right up behind. We did lose Timeless in one of these fights, and trying to throw the nade right up and in on Team 10. Killed with another nade. A backup nade. Is he gonna get that one? I think that might be good. And Ifwick does find Jazzy. And Evil Burt finishes him off. Ifwick trying to get some of this loot, as here comes Jamal's team right up and in, and you can see that our zone's getting ready to close up, and we have fights going off everywhere. So we've got Almost There out by that West Bridge gas station as well. Let's head on over here with Almost There, because we also have a fight here, and I don't want to miss too many of these fights. We're up on A Hill now. They've moved all the way over to A Hill, just to the south of Pachinki. I only see Smokey is already gone, so the fight, I think Almost There is taking the fight on over to, yeah, they are. They are chasing down the Made in that ball. Look at this. Domain trying to get those shots across, and Made Nepal down to just Villain Smokey. And the rejects Domain, so he tried to get those shots over on Almost There. 90 down to about 20 HP, getting up and over the Lighthouse Bridge. So now let's see what else. We still have the chaos going off in Rozhawks. Domain getting him down to about 5 HP. Gonna go ahead and throw that nade up and over. Does he get the nade over onto Sabbath? No, Sabbath is just fine. So Domain still coming up and around. Look at this. They're gonna come right up into the house. Domain has enough time to throw that nade and swap over to the DBS, and he's still Moten. Moten is right on the other side. Moten, yes, Moten is able to come on in, but now here comes Team 8. Just no. Gonna throw that nade right up and in. Will he get it onto Almost There? And here comes the rest of them coming right up and in. No cover, pushing right in onto Almost There, right on that stove. Ooh, Moten did not like the pull up, and so now we got the duo from Just No on the outside of the barn, and I think it is down to Moten and Sabbath, and they are both down in really low health. And Moten now trying to hold off the stairs, and what just got you? The nade by Debate. So now it's just up to Sabbath. Sabbath holding down the stairs, and woohoo, they looked the wrong way, coming through the smoke, coming right up and in. Look at that, Almost There, holding off the push by Just No. And now we still have the chaos that's going on in Rostock. Let's get back over to Rostock. Let me put this map up here so you guys can check in on your teams. And Rostock is still pretty quiet, but I'll go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit, and it looks like X-Force is about ready to roll up onto the Ice Elves, and almost there because no, they're headed up towards that Pachinki area now. So Rostock still home of 3 teams, and they are in zone. We still have the Dark Side Knights, we still have Jamal's team, and we still have Zero Mercy. Let me check in on Zero Mercy Nightmare up on Roz Hill, just to the south of Rostock, and we do have a team coming into school, so now they're going to go ahead and get on off that team, or off that hill. The team in school proper now is Kelsaraj Esports. Oh, look at that. X-Force did come up and in onto the teams right on over here. What is happening to the Ice Elves? The Ice Elves down a player. Let me get some. Oh, Fate, no. Who is Caddy? Fate, I need to know who Caddy is. Alright, so Caddy may be able to get on over and get Fate picked back up. He is throwing the smokes. We do have DK on the cover all the way on the other side. So DK finding one of them across the way. And it does look like the chaos over in Rostock has separated on out. We do have Jamal's team headed over towards the East Roz area. So there we go. The Fanatics, though, they may run into the Fanatics. We are kind of centering around the OP dip and the Potato Hill, but this is where the most of the fight is, because almost there is now also, come on, let me over here. Almost there is coming up over onto the Lighthouse Bridge as well. So we've got X-Force, we've got the Ice Elves, and almost there right on over here. Deku from the Ice Elves finishing off X-Force. The Snake coming right up and in, but look at this, Moten coming right up. Now, is Deku gonna be able to find Moten as Moten comes right up and in on top of them? Can they see each other? Let's see what's going on, because I think Moten was trying to come right up and in, and it was 90. Here I am trying to get these guys the plays, and they're just doing things on their own terms as always. Alright, so we're actually headed over to the shelter area now. So let's see. We do have the Dark Side Knights. They are headed right up and over towards Kelsaraj. Look at Iflik driving right next to them. So they're going to go ahead and try to spray him. Swapping those seats, trying to get out of that spray. But the Dark Side Knights are just down to a duo now. Does look like the Fanatics are coming right up and in onto Made in Nepal. So let's get on over here now and give Vortex some more screen time love in the Mutant Grape outfit. So, sure, he can see you right there, and Vortex getting ready to throw this nade. He knows where Jur is. Jur knows where he is, and this nade, nade cooked just a little too quick, or too long, with another team right up on top of them. The other team is the Zero Fox giving rip. Yes, rip. Alright, so let's see what else is happening. We're down to the top 8 teams. We still have Kelsaraj over in the school area. All the rest of the teams have gotten over into zone. We are at the Walmart compound over here. Vortex is the last one still standing. You can see that the Fanatics are Fanatics winning this, but now here comes Zero Fox Given. Let me see some shoo. So Zero Fox Given are just a duo, but look at this. We got a Exotic coming right up behind him as well, and it looks like they pulled away from that third party. So now I can put the iPad up there. You can see that we still have Cal Siraj all the way up in that school area. The rest of the teams are down in zone, but we only have 7 teams left remaining. We have the Fanatics, Darkside Knights, Cal Siraj, Zero Fox Given, Team Exotic, Zero Mercy, and Almost There. And our zone is closing, but we are only in stage 3. We got 40 seconds left. So let's go back and see what's going on with the rest of this. It does look like Loston is trying to keep an eye on these rotations. As Almost There comes right up and along. Let's check in on what Zero Mercy is doing. Look at this. Almost There is almost to him. Almost there. Look at it, right across the way is Team Exotic. And now here comes Cal Siraj coming in from the blue, almost right between where we are right now. So we might even see them in a minute. Let me go ahead and scroll on in because our zone's getting ready to swap. And there we go. We are headed up to the shelter. Almost There needs to come on in. Zero Mercy right on the edge of it. Oh, Moten right up and in onto Team Exotic across the way. Where's my mouse? Alright, so Moten right up and in. Moten and Sabbath, both of them over here trying to get Zero Mercy. Nope. Golden Eagles. Nope. They took them out. Alright. So down to the top 6 teams. And now we got a fight with the Fanatics and Cal Siraj. Cal Siraj coming right up over here onto the Fanatics. Cal Siraj is down to just Naughty trying to hold off the push by the Fanatics. And the Fanatics are down, I think, to just a duo. Jur still trying to get those shots. Oh, special delivery of some 12 gauge sandwich. We got the sandwich. Alright, we're down to the top 5 teams just like that. And Zero Mercy down the fight right on down here. Zero Mercy coming up and in onto Almost There. Nightmare, the last match top fragger, does have that P90 trying to get some Sabbath and Moten at the other end of his P90. So now let me go ahead and scroll on in. We are down to the top 5. You can see that we got the Darkside Knight, the Fanatics. We've got Almost There, Zero Mercy, and Zero Fox Given. Moten going down to that P90. Oh, Nightmare finishing off Almost There. Now we are down to the top 4 teams, and the top 4 teams are pretty separated out. Look at that. It may take a minute, but we are over by the shelter. It's not that big of an area, so maybe these teams will find each other. I do hear shots going off. The Darkside Knights, I think, just lost another player. So now the Darkside Knights are down to just Iflick, and they do have the Fanatics coming right up and in. Iflick getting ready to throw this nade up and out that door, but it doesn't connect. And now the jump shot's up and over. Open the door, close the door, open the door, and he does have that off angle. And we also have Zero Fox Given and Sure from across that way. And now we are down to the top 3 teams. We have 3 teams remaining in tonight's match, and now the Fanatics do have to move into zone. The only team in zone are Zero Fox Given. Zero Mercy needs to go north, and the Fanatics need to come on down to the south. So let's go. Let me go ahead and put that iPad up there, show you guys where they are. It looks like Zero Fox Given are on the move. Let me get on over to Zero Fox Given. They centered. Oh, they're coming right up and in onto Zero Mercy. So Zero Mercy, don't forget, Zero Mercy. Oh, Shoo does get taken down and out. So now we are just over to Loston, and Loston is down to about half health. He may be able to get Shu Young picked back up, but here comes the Fanatics coming right up and Zero Mercy, and it's gonna be over before I can even get the iPad up and around. The Fanatics Jur, yes, there goes Jur. So now let's see, Nightmare, the last one. Did we make it to stage 6? Alright, here we go, guys. Coming in first, Zero Mercy. 10 eliminations, 8 by the last match top fragger. So the top fragger for the first 2 matches was Vortex. For the second 2 matches was Nightmare. GG's. Coming in second, the Oh, this guy has 10 eliminations, so it's going to be interesting to see who the top fragger was. The Fanatics coming in hot with 15 eliminations, 10 of them by E. I have no idea what this says. Coming in third, Zero Fox, given with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18, 19 through 21. Now, going all out, it was the Fanatics E. 10 eliminations, 1,224 damage. Jeez. Alright, guys, I will be right back with tonight's final unofficial live scores. Be right back. Oh, she's already got him. Alaria is on fire. Are you guys ready to see these scores? Let me get them on my screen. Shout out to Alaria. Are you guys ready to see these scores? Coming in first, Zero Fox, given 60 total points. 1 winner chicken dinner. 3 points ahead of Manic at 57 and a winner chicken dinner. Zero Mercy with 46, almost there with 40. X-Force with 40. Look at the elimination, or look at all these points. GG's tonight, guys. Thank you for coming out and supporting Region 8 and me. We both truly appreciate you. Thank you for holding my hand through that Rondo match. Eventually, I'll have an idea where I should look for our teams when they start getting their drop spots and their rotations, and I can kind of keep track of them mentally. But there it is. Have a great night, a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone.